What is going on, guys? Gonna do a quick live stream here. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm gonna get started soon, though. Just gonna go over a few things. Just sort of gonna explain to you guys why this is predictable and, you know, basically why we're selling off. So, for those of you who are here now watching, which is just a few of you, I'm gonna wait for more people to come in, but for those of you who are here now, you know, if you're looking at this Bitcoin chart here, guys, right? And we're gonna go to the Ethereum chart now. We're going to go to the Litecoin chart. Going to go to the Bitcoin Cash chart. Now the Ripple chart. I mean, what, you know, look at it, guys. They're basically the same. So what does that mean? When you're looking, like, you see all these coins and all the charts are the same. Basically, you know, that's speculation. So what we're seeing now is proof that this market is pure speculation, okay? Things are not being traded on value, they're being traded based on just what people's idea of everything is. You know, what people think good prices are. So it's all speculation. Price points are so relevant. That's why technical analysis is so relevant in crypto, because price points is all that people care about. I mean, people aren't even really using crypto as currencies yet, so it's all about price points. It's all about speculation. So looking down here at this volume, guys, so we had that short squeeze bringing us up that started this whole run, that caused that initial FOMO, and that short squeeze, guys, like that wasn't a strength move. This wasn't backed by a bunch of strength. It was backed by a bunch of people basically losing their money. So that move bringing us up there was not really a good bottom. It wasn't a true bottom, and I do think we are going to come back and retest this low again. But if you're looking at this volume here, guys, I'm going to put this rectangle here just to map out the area that I'm talking about. So right after that short squeeze, you're looking at this volume here, right here. If you look right above it, you see how this volume here is really just not that consistent. It shows a lot of uncertainty. And, you know, like right after that short squeeze, we had all that selling, and then we just had like just small amounts of buying to bring us all the way up. And by the time we got to 8,900, that's when the FOMO set in, and then that pocket of buying down there, that's just FOMO, guys. That's just people afraid of they're fearing that they're going to miss out in the next big Bitcoin run, so they all pile in at the top and they lose their money. So you're looking at this volume here, guys. What brought us from 7,800 to 8,900 was really not that much. There was no real strength in here. It was a lot of just wash trading, and that's why that's why it's so easy for us right now to drop. That's why it's, you know, the price is dropping so easily right now, is because if you're looking at the volume, guys, there's really not much backing it. It's not that strong. So, and like I've talked about in a lot of my other videos, Bitcoin is momentum driven. So when the price goes up, it creates demand because the price is going up, and then once everyone who wants to gets in, there's nobody left to get in, and then the price curls over and we sell off. So that's just, I'm just, you know, explaining to you guys that this market is purely speculation at this point. Until institutions create regulations for it, I mean, this is all just speculation, and that's why these prices are so crazy. So if you're looking at that low here, 6,500 low, that's our most critical support level. And my video that I made called "Will the Bearish Trend Continue?" I was talking about us coming back down here, and that's pretty much what I think is about to happen. I think we're going to get a retracement right back to the 6,000 level. So once we get back to that 6,000 level, you know, we'll probably get some sort of rebound back up to, you know, probably 8,400, something like that. But I think ultimately, guys, while we might bounce around above that support level, I think ultimately we are going to break below. Now, these arrows that I'm drawing on this chart I'm not predicting the exact timing with these arrows. I'm just showing you guys what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to get a retracement back to $6,000, which is the most critical support level for Bitcoin, and then we're going to have some sort of bounce and then eventually break below. And I do think that the fact that, you know, we had this bull run bring from, what is it, like $500 all the way up to 20,000, and we didn't have any sort of sustained bear market between basically $250 to 20,000. There was no sustained bear market to create some sort of stability. So, you know, a lot of the early adopters who bought in at 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000, $2,000, they're still sitting on profits, and some of them are taking their profits now, losing confidence and taking those profits. So, you know, you saw the volume here, sort of like a bulge, like a bubble almost. You can see it right here. The demand, the interest is up, and then once we hit that top, then we just had that decline. And now I think we're going to enter a period, if you look down here to the right, I think we're going to enter a period of strong selling. I think the wave of volume is going to pick up again, but it's going to be picking up to the downside. I think we're going to have a lot more selling down here. So definitely be careful out there, guys. Seth says it's still not going to go to $2,500. I mean, hey, maybe it doesn't, but I think it is. I think it will go to $2,500. You know, look, guys, like, I'm just gonna pull. So here's 20,000. I'm gonna pull the chart back. Gonna bring us down. So here's $100. All right, 100. So really, it's like $220 is our low here. So I'm gonna go to the right. We had no significant stability. It was all upside the whole time. That is like the most unhealthy thing I've ever seen. Well, yeah, I mean, you could have made a lot of money. You could have bought in and made tons of money. But I mean, to me, that's just not healthy. That's just complete hype. And when you have something going from $200 to 20,000 without a true retracement, I mean, what do you expect? Like, a lot of people, when Bitcoin goes down, a lot of people say it's because of this. Oh, it's because, you know, the whales are selling, or the Japanese, you know, Mt. Gox. They'll make up all kinds of things. But, you know, guys, we went from $200 to 20,000 without a significant retracement. What do you expect? Like a lot of people make excuses for this stuff, and it's like, guys, sometimes things are just overbought, and that's why, you know, it's really not hard to predict this. Like, it's really not. But let's take a look at the 5-minute here. Or actually, let's just go to the 30-minute. So up here we have $9,600. We've just been stair-stepping down, guys, with really no significant support at all. So at this point, like, we're looking at the price point. So what? We're at 8,400 basically right now. Well, 83.65 on Bitfinex. You know, guys, I don't see much support. Like, if you look left here onto this chart, you know, where's that support? Where's that support that got us from 6,500 to, you know, 8,000? Like, it was that short squeeze. That's not strength. That's just a bunch of people losing their money. That doesn't actually help the market. You know, if you want to actually create a good low, you want to have a significant buying and consistent buying, and see the price building and whatnot. We just had this insane 30-minute jump from, you know, 7,000 basically to 8,000. I mean, it's insane. Like, that's not a good low. That's not what you want to see as a buyer. Some people took this as a buy signal, and I mean, if you bought, I mean, you probably made a lot of money, and that's great. But Lester is saying this doesn't look good for consensus. Isn't this part of the manipulation to test 6K line to pump it back up? Well, yeah, Lester, what I was saying earlier was, so let's look at the big picture here, guys. I'm always looking at the big picture. That's what my channel is all about. So let's say we hit 6K again. You know, it's not going to be a straight line down. I'm just doing this for the sake of it. It's probably going to be like something like that. Whatever. So we hit 6K again. Of course we're going to get a bounce. But if you're looking at the highs here, guys, all the highs, I mean, we're getting lower and lower highs. So, but if you're looking at the lows, so we have that low at 6,000, but you know, 6,000 versus 6,500. You could say that this low at 6,500 is a higher low, which it technically is. I mean, we hit 6,000, now we hit 6,500. But the thing that really worries me about this low at 6,500 is where like there was some accumulation, yes, but where is like that nice pocket of buying that you want to see, like you saw down here? Where is that here? I don't see it. I'm personally not so confident in this low right here, the $6,500 low. So I think it's going to be pretty easy once we hit 6,500. You know, we'll get a bounce. Of course, we'll get a bounce. There's always going to be big swings, but we're not. I don't think we're going to get it back above this. I think we're going to have something like this, you know, and eventually trade down again. And eventually, I think we're actually just going to lose steam, and I think people are going to realize that Bitcoin is way too expensive. I think people are going to realize that it's like, okay, wait a minute, we went from $200 to 20,000. Yeah, maybe this is a little too expensive, guys. You know, that's what I think people are going to think. Getting a little bit of support here, but I mean, looking at that volume, it's really not that significant. If I was a trader and I'm looking at this, you know, who's there to back me up for my buy call? Really nobody. So these are the 3-minute candles. I'm going to move into this. Just look at this for a second here. Does anyone have, wait, did someone else say something? Consensus is next week. Yeah. Yeah, guys, so there it is again. Not enough, really just not enough buying. I think we're going to go lower. You know, okay, so where's our next support line? Let's check it out. Let's try to figure that out. Where is our next support line? If you're going to, I'm not going to trade this, but if you're going to trade this, here, let's figure it out. So let's find our main trading zones, which is obviously this 6K support line. And then this area right here, when basically $9,000. So we had the, you know, the price came down, hit 6,000, and we channeled into this point right at 9,000 and broke through. We found support again around 8,500, 9,000, broke below it, hit 9,000, got rejected off of that. So the previous support became resistance. We came down, had that short squeeze, briefly broke above 9,000, went to almost 10,000, and we just came right back below that support line. So now we're looking at, you know, maybe a bounce at 8,200, 8,100, maybe 8,000. That's probably the area that you're going to look at if you're going to be trading this. Right now, I mean, looking at this, guys, that looks pretty bad. Like, I would not want to put my money in there. Crypto Market TV says, thanks for streaming. Yeah, man. Definitely, man. I enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, guys, I don't have like a script or anything. I'm just literally just shooting the shit. So if you guys have questions, just let me know. Okay, so we have that support line at 6K, and then we have that sort of middle zone at 9,000, and then the top of our current trading range is just under 12,000. So, you know, 11,700 basically, right? Yeah. So these are our main zones right now. Everything, so above this was the mania phase, and then this was our run up. I personally do expect us to, so this is our, you know, guys, I talk about a lot of the same things in my videos, but I think that's important. I mean, I stick to my ideas. So a lot of things I might say might seem repetitive, but when you're doing macro trend analysis, I mean, it's repetitive. Like you're looking at the macro trend. You know, all the micro trend stuff is a lot more exciting, but it doesn't really get you to understand. Do you do Elliott wave analysis? No, not really. You know, I don't see, the thing is, I don't it's like, the thing is, crypto is so speculative, and I think Elliott wave analysis doesn't, I don't know, guys. A lot of people use Elliott wave analysis, but personally I don't. Not for crypto. For the stock market, it makes sense, but the thing is, crypto is you're not trading based on value in crypto. You're trading based on speculation and what people think. So Elliott wave analysis doesn't necessarily apply as much, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I mean, if you guys think I'm wrong, you know, let me know why, but you have any examples of how Elliott wave theory helped you out in your analysis, then definitely let me know. But so we had this parabolic move. Actually, let's see if we can find. I mean, I guess I'll throw this in here. That's too big. So these are our parabolic moves. And there's our top. And I mean, like, I've said this so many times before, guys, but the parabolic trend has been broken. Like, that's been clear to me since the day I started this channel, which is literally like right here. When I saw that we did not hit that next parabolic point, I was like, okay, a year-long bear market or something is about to happen. So that's why I started this channel, because I think a lot of people are just so hyped up on crypto. Like, people make excuses for Bitcoin going down, which I guess I can understand, because, you know, it went up so much, and it's like people just think it's going to keep going up forever, so they try to find excuses as to why they lost their money or something. But so we had these parabolic moves and we broke it. So now Bitcoin is on its way to find the next low, and I don't think it's 6,000. So this is an interesting price channel here. So if you're a bull, actually let me just take everything out, make it easier. If you're a bull, this would be the bullish case. Let me go to the 1 day so I can find it. So this is just like a rough sketch here, guys. But if you're a bull, you're looking for basically something like this. You want to see that price come in and squeeze itself. What would that be? 7,500. You would want to see the price sort of squeeze its way into 7,500, create that tight trading range, and then basically once you have that tight trading range, when you have that stability, then the market would basically choose a direction at that point, whether it's up or down. But I think this is kind of what we're going to see. We're going to see the price channel in. The trading range is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and eventually we're going to break in a direction, and I think it's going to be the downside. Crypto Market TV says, so we are still in a bear trend. I mean, yeah, since that top at 20,000, Bitcoin has behaved very, like, you know, way differently than it did before. Because, you know, you had that just continuous run, and then now we are seeing, so you had that parabolic move up, now we're seeing parabolic moves down. So let's go into the 3-minute candles. Yeah, really not much there to back up any buyers, guys. That's so weak. Like, I'm gonna pull this volume art up here. We had that selling bringing us from 8,500 to 8,400, and just like after that, guys, it's been nothing. There's nothing there. Some people are accumulating, you know, taking that gamble, hoping that some whales are going to step in and back them up, but I don't see it, guys. I definitely don't see that happening. I think we're going to get even a further push down. So yeah, guys, I'm just here live stream hangout. I'm not really you know, I don't really have any specific topics. Yeah, let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. Where's CoinMarketCap? Wait, what's the total crypto market cap? 379 billion. So CoinMarketCap, take a look at that. Bitcoin almost down 8% on the day now. Ethereum down 9% plus. Ripple getting crushed. Bitcoin Cash as well. EOS back down to 14. Damn. Look at that. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm messing up this thing right here. EOS getting that hard sell-off. Yeah, I mean, EOS had an insane run. Wouldn't really expect it not to do this. Litecoin down 11%. Damn. Yeah, just complete bloodbath right now. Bitcoin down 25% almost. What else do we got? What do we got? What are our gainers right now? Augur still up. I think Augur got listed. I think Augur got listed to Binance, if I'm not mistaken. So it saw that crazy pump yesterday, and now it's coming back. Look at that. Broke above $80, and now we are back to 52. What else do I care about? Maybe some Monero, down 10%. You know, Monero's is honestly, it's amazing how that growth is just amazing. That support line right there is so nice. It's crazy. Monero's been just is such a consistent gainer. It's kind of, it's like one of the best growth coins there is. It just holds those gains the whole time. So Bitcoin at 8,400, still not really any significant buying right now. I definitely expect us to continue to sell off. I do not think this is a good buy point. Look, there's nothing there. Like when we came down here from 9,000, we dropped down. That buying was like non-existent. So of course the market sells off again. We had a small amount of accumulation. Buying was almost non-existent. Another sell-off. Pretty much the same thing's happening now. Buying is almost non-existent, and I think we are going to drop. You know, checking out this price channel here. Like, I mean, it's just lower lows, you know. So like, sort of like what we saw before. You know, prices bounce up, and then they get rejected at that, you know, that previous support becoming resistance. So I think something like that might happen here. Get a bounce, and then a rejection around there. You never know. But that buying is really weak, in my opinion. I think we're just going to continue to step down for a little bit. At some point, we will get you know, we will find support and have a bounce, but this is really just an ugly drop off. And that is because, as I was saying before, there's really not much backing up this, guys. I mean, like, even at that low at 6,500, you would expect that at the low we would have more buy volume than we would like up here and like right here, but we didn't. So it's just, you know, it's whales doing some price arbitrage, creating that massive short squeeze, getting people to FOMO in. They start cashing out. You know, for the big Bitcoin holders, guys, these bounces are, it's like, for us as traders, I mean, I'm not trading this, but for like us as small like, you know, the little guy, these bounces are our way of making money, right? But for a whale, these bounces are their way of cashing out, so making money as well, but in a different way. They're using these bounces to cash themselves out. Because I mean, if you're holding hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of Bitcoin, you can't just dump that on the market. I mean, that's just, you make less money by doing that. So you have to, you know, allow the market to bounce back and then take your profits. So Kevin212 says, what do you think about the idea that Bitcoin would make another rally over 11K to head back down later? Well, let's see. Let's mark up. Let's see where we are. I definitely don't think that's going to happen, but let's check it out. 11,000 would be about right there. I'm just going to put the line roughly where it is. So so Kevin's asking, you know, what about the idea of Bitcoin going to $11,000 before it turns around again? So what you're looking for in a time like that would be So basically, the pattern that would allow that to happen is this pattern right here, which could show this could happen. So how do I want to draw this? Probably better like this. So that would be a reverse head and shoulders pattern. This would be probably one of the most bullish scenarios, is if we saw, so I'm going to draw it like this so it's easier to understand. Have this left shoulder here. We would get that right shoulder here, and then you would have that head right here. And if that happens, then we could see a bounce up to 11K maybe. And if this pattern showed and we had that bounce up to 11K and we started building out like that, that would, I mean, that's a bullish macro trend signal. So I know there's a lot of lines on that screen right now, but that would be what you would be looking for. So something like that. That's what, like, so I always keep an open mind, even though I'm sitting here talking about bear markets and how I think we're going to go below 6K. I always keep the, you know, the idea on the table that maybe we are going to create some support here and move up again. And this is probably the best case scenario, in my opinion, for the bulls, is that we get a sell off to like 7,300 again. And for anybody who hasn't bought Bitcoin since November, that would be your opportunity. You know, $7,300, which is only $1,000 or $2 off of that low, which is still an extremely low point if you know, Bitcoin is going to continue on a bullish move. You know, but you know, anything's possible, guys. We could have hit 11,000 and then get rejected again and eventually come down. That's also possible. But we'll have to see how people react to this right now. So let's see what just happened. We had a bit of a pump and a little bit of a retracement. Yeah, the volume is pretty weak. Does that make sense though, Kevin 212? We find that reverse head and shoulders pattern, which is possible, definitely a possibility, and get that bounce back up to like 11,000. That's possible. We will definitely have to wait and see. Oh yeah, guys, like one thing I was doing at the beginning of the stream, it's like you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ripple. I mean, guys, it's like identical. This is a speculator's market, and that's the truth. This isn't being traded on value. It's being traded on speculation and what people's idea of all of this is. So definitely be careful, guys. Kevin212 says, yes, thank you. Short term, do you see 8,100 to 8,400 a semi-decent support? So 8,500 has acted as a pretty good support level in the past. So it's possible. I mean, let's look at the 4-hour again. So where is it? 80. So we're looking at 8,100, which would be right here. You know, that's definitely, I mean, at least from a bullish perspective, I would hope that 8,100 would be a good support area if you're a bull, because I mean, otherwise, what the hell was that? So I mean, everything that happened up here, guys, you know, all that hype that you heard of, all that stuff you were listening to in the past few weeks, all in here was just wiped away, like just like that. So you can keep that in mind, guys, for the future. Like, but 8,100 to 8,400 being support, I mean, it's possible, but we'll have to see what happens. Lester, we could be building an ascending triangle if you draw a line from 5.8K up to 11.7, down to 6.4, then up to 9.9, next drop to 7,172. We tested the 8,100 to 8,400 so many times already, we're going to dive through it. Yeah, I mean, that's like, yeah, like I was saying before, I would say, honestly, 7,300. Sort of like, you know, you said 7,172, which is, yeah, 7,1 to 7,3 I think is the next real support area. I think anywhere between that is a total gamble. I mean, it's always a gamble, but I think the bulls are going to be looking for that slightly higher low, you know? I think this is, you know, if you're going to make a trade, you're going to want to get in at that nice low point. Because, you know, we've had the retracement into this area before, right here, so who says it's not going to happen again, you know? I think a retracement to 71 to 73 would definitely be possible, and that's sort of, if you are looking to buy Bitcoin in the near future, then I'm not a financial advisor, but probably around 7,100 to 7,300, something like that. But we will see what happens, guys. This is a pretty harsh drop-off. And the bulls are not showing their horns at this moment, and we probably will sell off again. So guys, I do plan on doing these live streams more often now. I haven't been doing them that much, but I was been busy the past month or so, and but in the future I am planning on doing some more of these more often. Maybe I even do one every day. Who knows? I think that might be a fun thing to do. But yeah, guys, not really all that much support here. Again, probably 7,100, 7,300 if you are trying to make a short-term trade. Maybe 7,600, whatever. But either way, you guys already know what my real opinion is, and I think that Bitcoin is going to continue this bear market, and it's going to break below that key level 6K support, and eventually retest these lows, which all this activity. So this bull run brought us up here, and all the activity, guys, is being propped up by this one bull run. So personally, I don't like the look of that, and I think we are going to have a continued sustained bear market. But yeah, guys, I'm glad you joined in. I see a lot of familiar faces again, and that's awesome. I appreciate it so much. And I will see you guys soon. I'll probably be doing a lot more of these live streams in the near future. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the flip side, guys.